Well, hello there, and welcome back to Eddie's Life 24/7. I'm not Eddie, I'm Zach. Eddie's the one behind that camera. Fingers. Now, we're trying a new build plate. This is a cryo grip, basic cold plate, but the idea is you can 3D print at much lower temperatures, but also give better adhesion. And we're just doing a bit of a test print to see how it is. Let's see how well this works then. Are you printing the same thing?
No, bottom card.
Bottom card.
This will be bottom card, so... And this is a different change of... I've even changed the bottom fill as well, so...
You're printing PLA and you're printing at a higher temperature.
Yeah.
Put it to 45. It's why it's called a cold plate, not meant to be heating at such high temperatures. I mean, it still work, it's more designed for trying to keep it...
We're printing with this filament here, which is PLA silk. This is actually done by Landu, and it's one that I can use to sell, so hence the reason why it's being done. And I'm testing with this one to make sure. I then also have all the other Landu filaments in as well, because that's what I'm currently doing. All my other filaments down there will be used at some point, but I'm sure Zach will probably use it to do a cold pour on his things at some point, because he may need to do it as well. That's what's been recommended as well. But for his signals, which of course are right there.
You're still losing. Oh, the alarm's going off.
Yeah.
Just my little alarm to tell me when it's time to get going, because big trains want a signalman on duty and I'm required. But
yeah.
Another hour and 15 minutes yet, but it takes about an hour to get there from Boston.
Yep.
But no, as I say, it's just a case of watching this.
This is the first time I've used this type of layout for the bottom, and I quite like it.
Oh, I do too. I say you should try it again, but put the bed temperature to 30 and then see what happens.
Yeah, it should be going down.
It's going down, yeah, but the most set it for 45. I say if you do another one, even just like a test one.
Yeah.
I would actually say 3D print it, but do 30 degrees.
Long story short, I sent this off to the filament for the Super Tack bed, which is over here, and then he went, change the bed, and I was like, fine, just swap the bed over. But didn't change any of the settings, so yes.
That's actually stuck on there.
Yes, they are. They're normally stuck on there anyway, which is good.
Well, so it'd be interesting to try this next time, but I need to 3D print out some little locating bits.
Do you want to try sending something to the printer? Oh my... Nope, that's not coming off.
I told you so.
Yeah, that's not helpful for me.
Well, I made your life easier, have I not? Bye bye. I think I've ruined it for him now. It's like, you complained.
It was hard getting off that thing.
You were complaining to me that, oh, my 3D prints are not sticking down. So I was like, I got the answer for that.
Yeah, that's because I was using the gold one. I then moved back to the Super Tack, and that was just about okay. That one. Yeah.
I've ruined your printer now, haven't I? You're welcome.
Well, this bed won't be used again because it will have that still stuck on it.
I'll be fine, mate. Don't you worry. I'm thirsty.
Glug, 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 glug.
Refreshing. I feel much better now.
Okay, so after months of me doing a lot of development, I think I found the design I like. I've definitely found the design for this. It's no longer sticking. This used to stick all the time. These are free-flowing, which is brilliant, and so are the spinners on the side. On the back, I'm aware of this little dimple. That's me in post just trying to heat it up to kind of secure it together, because I've got to find a way to basically make this no longer dangerous, I think is probably the key word for it. So that's what I've got to do with this. But so far, I've got another one that's going to come out tomorrow with some text. I can't do it now because it's going to be another hour and a half worth of printing, and that will take me into 6 o'clock. And I kind of want to go home at 5 o'clock today, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. But basically, this is it. And also that top layer needs changing. While I do like that shiny thing, I could sell it with that. It's not something I want to do. That on the bottom is perfect. I really like that texture. In fact, I really like this build altogether. There is, yeah, something that's kind of I think it's probably where I've heated it up. It was just doing that little bit of yeah. So let's have a look. Yeah, it definitely warped. So that's something I'm going to have to look into in the near future. Well, that choice card seems to be working really well. So far, so good. I'm actually very pleased with it, with getting a lot of stuff that I needed to do. Now, I wanted to do another edition. There's a couple of little bugs that I know about, but I can then sort them out in the future. The problem is it takes an hour and a half to print off both parts, top and bottom part of the card. So it's an hour and a half for those and half an hour for a whole sheet of the other stuff. And that just makes more sense to print out big bulks of those and 1.5 for whenever an order comes in for it. Anyway, speaking of which, that's why I've come home now rather than doing a lot of the designing and printing again, because otherwise it'll mean that I'm still there for at least an hour and a half from now, which will be about 6:30, which I'm sure my dogs don't want. They've missed me today. And I've got some work to do, unfortunately, so I've got to crack on, jump on the PC inside and do that. But I thought I'd come and say hello to the dogs. Here we are, happily walking about the garden. One of them is about to do their business, so let's not point the camera towards them. I have a knack of doing that. Yep, speaking of which, she's doing it. Well, currently I'm out and about with the dogs, going for a bit of a dog walk, enjoying some time just with the dogs in the fresh air. I haven't been out for a dog walk, like out with them, for a while, mainly because the weather has just been way too hot. And also I did forget the camera back at home, but that's why I'm using my phone for this. They always say the best camera for the moment is the one you have with you. And this is the one I have with me, the one with my phone. So yeah, come back home and I want to have a chat with you. That's why I put it into the cinematic mode, because I want you to focus on what I'm actually saying. So when I first started my business, I never understood what the meaning of doing a SWOT analysis is. If you don't know, it's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Only today, 4 years into running my business, have I really realised one of my weaknesses. But at the same time, it's a strength. So it's a bit 50-50. One of my strengths is I always want to keep my customers satisfied. There's a good song by Simon and Garfunkel that I sing by all the time. Keeping your customers satisfied. It's a motto for the business. The problem is that I want to do it for everyone. So you can take on projects that aren't exactly the projects that you know you can do to the best of your ability. And you want to do the best of your ability for it. You want to learn, you want to grow, and you want to educate yourself. But at the same time, you don't want to put this at the expense of your customers. So the reason why I'm basically talking about this is last couple of days, I've been having some customers who I really wanted to do. Don't get me wrong, I really wanted it to go ahead. I wanted meetings to go ahead. I wanted everything to go well. But then there were times that, in all honesty, I think things could have changed, or I wasn't entirely the right person. And it's been going through my head. Imposter syndrome is probably one word for it, or something else. You know, trying to think of the best method of how to understand what's going on. So at the same time, I've had to let 2 of my customers go. And this is probably one of the most powerful things you can do as a business owner, is you can decline some of your customers. And don't get me wrong, my customers are brilliant, every single one of them. But there are some customers who you just won't be able to satisfy to your needs or to their needs. And if you can't satisfy their needs, then are you really keeping that customer satisfied? Which then, of course, makes it a weakness because you've taken them on. So you've got to think early in the project or in the decision-making process of whether you want to take on that job. While I love it a lot of the time, it's difficult. And for some reason, my dog's making some silly noises. She's right here, being lovely and cute, aren't you? You're being lovely and cute. So, here's the thing. If you're setting up a business for yourself, think to yourself, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are some opportunities you can take? And including what are your threats? A big, massive threat to my business now is me getting a lot of negative reviews, or a couple of negative reviews. It could tank all the reputation that I have been building. It's a big, massive threat to the business that could easily grow. Another threat is another competitor doing exactly the same thing as me and even better than me, which of course becomes another threat. A strength to my business is me understanding a lot of my customers, their customers' needs, and how things are meant to go ahead. And I think this is why last couple of days I've been sleeping in, and I've also not been sleeping very well when it comes to the night. I've been trying to go to bed at 9, but come 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, I've normally been wide awake. And that's because my brain hasn't had the opportunity to switch off, because I've been trying to think about how I can resolve this customer's needs. Not actively thinking, but the back of my mind has been thinking, how can I improve this customer? How can I make this customer's service or product better for them? It turns out I probably am not the best fit for them. So I'd rather refer them on and rather not waste their time or money. And if they come back for a laptop or something else to repair in the future, then I've still not lost that customer, but at the same time, I've not misled them, if that makes sense. Something for you to take away, especially when you're running a business. Well, I just did an hour stream. And the stream was based on me looking through old videos and seeing how I can improve for future. And reviewing the past, seeing how it was. Some of it was cringeworthy, and a lot of it was fun. I was actually watching the most viewed videos on my channel, which was brilliant. Now, at the end of that, I then popped onto Minecraft, saw Cassie's build, and then basically noticed don't fall asleep with headphones on full volume. Okay, she probably fell asleep for the last bit, probably because I read a story of a schoolboy who could fly, a story that I've been writing since 2021. So yeah. All right, look after yourself. I'm going to end off today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. And also remember your SWOT analysis. Till next time. Bye bye.